Full front, rear impact, and then with interior. Yeah, you've seen the screens on these things, right?
Oh, is this the big TV, John?
Yeah.
Are you wrapping the whole screen?
Yeah.
Yo, if you had to, could you fully wrap a car?
Yeah.
You think?
Wouldn't be good, but yeah.
Greg, what's your analysis? You think you could do it?
Yep. I don't see why not. Better than you.
Oh,
I mean, all
not
right.
wrong. No. Any secrets to the screen game?
Yeah, don't get it too wet.
Because this is just one big thing. Was it just one piece?
One piece.
Are you seeing more people do this type of thing? Because everyone's got a TV in their car now?
Yeah, it just gets rid of all the fingerprints is the main thing, which are really annoying. Like these all have covers on them still, but you can even see that even the covers are scratched.
Are you wrapping like the center console as well, or?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot.
Anything piano black.
Another one of our customers just got this used from Foreign Cars Italia. It is a Turbo S Cabriolet. This is an awesome car. This is one of my favorites. And it's actually going to run a story here for a little while. So again, when we look at these wheels, this is a Turbo S. This is the echelon of the 911 pedigree, right? And here we are with these wheels that look like Honda Accords. I just have to keep saying it because once I keep saying it, you can't get it out of your mind. He agreed completely that the silver doesn't do anything for this wheel, but I do like the gloss because it goes with all the other gloss trim he has on the car. So what we're going to do is have them powder coated completely solid gloss black. That way you still get the highlights and lowlights when the sun's hitting it of the shininess and the gloss, but it just doesn't take away from the wheel. The other really cool thing he came up with, this is carbon ceramic brakes, which is what everybody wants, right? But none of us like the yellow color on it, especially not with this interior. So he asked me if we could paint the calipers to match the interior. I'm a fan of that. So yes, we're definitely doing that. I went and got some paint this morning, and then we're going to do coatings on everything else. It already has full car PPF. We just did some window tint as well. But yeah, wait till you see it when it's done.
Windshield on that, doing just the sides on that because I think that guy had super dark tint and they removed it, so they're just going lighter on that. We're doing a windshield, 2 fronts on that. I think that's a Scott special. We got a truck outside where we have to remove the 2 fronts and put a 2 fronts and a windshield on. And the last thing is we possibly had one of those Z4 convertibles to do. So I think that's what we got.
Behind the scenes of the molding removal. We had a lady the other day, we were taking out the moldings with the Camry. And she was like, "Oh, you have to do that?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I popped it back in here like a snap because of the clip above it. And she's like, "Oh, no, it sounds worse than it is. It's fine. I'm gonna do this all the time." Yeah, these actually aren't too bad. But yeah, some of them it's just the pop of the clip.
Yeah.
But and it's just knowing what one like you can take off and how. Like, I don't think people realize like how easy a lot of them are to take off. Yeah, the lady the other day. There you go.
What you doing? What you doing? You do what I did at one time when I acted like I messed it up and the guy was like, "Whoa."
So what trim piece are you actually taking?
I don't know what it's actually called. What is the piece actually called?
It's sweep.
The sweep.
That's your sweep.
Like the inner sweep or something.
It's a sweep. Like the Flyers and Sixers had happened.
It's too soon. So why do you have to take that piece out?
I mean, I don't have to. You can do it without, but it makes it easier because then you can. Because normally you do in a section, like you do the top half of it, you roll the window up, and then you finish installing the bottom half. But now I can just do it in one shot. It makes it a little cleaner. This is where there's felt moldings on the side, so a lot of times that felt will bleed into the tin. And you can do it without, but I just find it helps keep it a little cleaner.
Okay, you ready for the question now?
Oh, you got one now?
I got one. And they have to be individual items. Individual items. Mount Rushmore of breakfast.
Bacon.
Bacon for sure.
I'm gonna go bacon.
I mean, bacon.
Biscuits and gravy and fruit.
What kind of food?
Strawberries.
Strawberries.
For individual items for breakfast food,
Yeah.
shredded hash browns
Thank you.
is a must. I don't play about my breakfast food. Yeah. Scrambled eggs, but like I like my scrambled eggs like well done scrambled. Like it's at some diner or something. That kind of style. Pancakes instead of waffles.
I know you're gonna say eggs. Two scrambled eggs.
Eggs are one of them.
Okay. Scrambled?
No eggs Benedict, just normal pancakes and a good French toast.
Country sausage, like real country sausage, not like,
What even is that?
oh, like spicy patties, but
Patties.
not like processed fast food. No, I'm talking like your grandparents cooked or whatever. Which is, oh, yeah, amazing. I'm gonna throw a cinnamon roll or something in there.
Okay.
Some banana. I like a banana.
You're not being like pancake and
See, I'm not pancake. I don't like pancakes. No, pancakes are too heavy for me for some reason. I don't know. I like waffles better than pancakes. I'm going to do my big breakfast thing.
Number one, my first breakfast item would have to be a good crepe. Okay, I love crepes. My favorite kind of crepe usually is a strawberries banana with whipped cream. Love that. It's a great breakfast item. Second, omelet. And it has to be a really good omelet. Now, you can make an omelet in a million different ways. I like the Southwestern omelet by the best, but you can do a ham, egg, and cheese. Omelets are absolutely number two. Number three, Belgian waffles with pecans and syrup. And it's pretty sad that I know exactly which way I'm going with all my breakfast items. And the last breakfast item is a everything bagel with sausage, bacon, egg, pepper jack cheese, and a little piece of steak. A lot of meat, but dude, you gotta go for it. If you're gonna do it, go for it.
These are off of a Harley Davidson trike. We are doing this for the Harley Davidson dealership. I don't know if it's a warranty or an insurance policy you could buy when you buy a Harley, and it comes with all of this kind of maintenance care, and if anything happens, then it's already covered and it gets fixed. Well, his wheels got stained from some kind of chemical or salt or whatever, and it just kind of etched in this silver finish, and it just didn't look good at all. They removed the wheels, brought them to us. We are going to fix all of this clear coat damage on this silver, and then the customer is paying us to actually ceramic coat them before we take them back and put them back on the bike. It's a very long, tedious process, because I mean, literally this is almost too big for the area that I'm trying to buff with, but anything smaller I tried. I have a Dremel that I can go down to a little tiny buffing pad, and it takes too long. But we're gonna make this work. I mean, it's definitely taking it out. It's just taking some time. Four doors, fender? No fenders. No fender. It was a rear impact and a rear entry. No, that's all that's on the sheet. Love this dash. That is too cool. Anyway, so what we've got here is a 2026 Escalade V, which means super fast SUV is really what it means. Got full front PPF. We did some rear impact PPF. It's getting ceramic coatings on everything, window tint on everything, including the sunroofs. The other thing we did that we don't do on every car is we did some interior PPF. So there's two reasons for doing it. On like the convertibles, we do it because of the glare reduction. We can put a satin film on all the screens and it cuts down on the glare, so that when you're riding around in the sun, your screens aren't just a reflective mirror and they're really blinding you. But on this one, we didn't need that, obviously, so we just did clear PPF on there. What that does is cuts down on the fingerprints, but keeps them from being able to get scratched. I don't even want to think about what that piece would cost to replace. So putting the PPF on there just keeps that from being even worried about. Same thing on this. This is your info control center, and all of this is also got PPF on this screen. But then even further than that, we also put it anywhere where somebody's going to kind of be touching, where the cup holders, all this, wood grain around here. It's all fake. And this trim piece here that can get hit with watches and rings and everything else. We put PPF on there too, just to keep it from getting damaged from use. This is the wife's car and the kids will be in this and everything else. So it's just for peace of mind. But sometimes if we do the stealth PPF, it also is an aesthetic feature. But with the clear PPF, it just really gives you protection. You can't see it, which is kind of cool because you don't even know it's there, but it's on all of this. And it just makes it to where you're not stressed about it. And that's kind of what this guy wanted from it. This is a 1985 Mustang 5-liter GT. We're doing this for our good friend and customer, Patrick. Patrick's brought a bunch of Mustangs and classics to us. The silver GT that we just finished up, that was also his. I've got to give it to him on this one. He showed me a picture of this thing as an absolute shell. No bumpers, no headlight buckets, no doors, a shell. They took this thing all the way down and started over and basically built this car. I'm pretty impressed as far as that goes. We just did a ceramic coating on it just to keep it protected because it's one he is going to keep. Maybe this might be one he's had forever. I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll show you the motor and everything on this. It's pretty good looking. Let's just say that. We just had one of the delivery drivers walk through the building and saw that and lost his. I mean, he literally is like, I want it. Is it for sale? How much is it? Blah, blah. No, dude, it's not for sale.